This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, December 19th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Yesterday morning at about 11 a.m., Anne Arundel County police were called to a crash involving a pedestrian in the 800 block of Pasadena Road near the intersection of Baltimore and Annapolis Boulevard in Pasadena. They found that a Chevrolet was eastbound on Pasadena Road in a one-lane construction zone when the vehicle struck a 30-year-old female construction worker who was operating a stop-slow paddle. The driver did remain at the scene. The worker was transported to a trauma center with life-threatening injuries. The preliminary cause of the crash appears to be the driver's failure to observe a construction zone, and there is no evidence of excessive speed or alcohol or drug use. Charges are pending based on a review from the Anne Arundel County State's Attorney's Office. It looks like County Executive Stuart Pittman is in a he said argument with Detention Facility Superintendent Terry Kokolas. In an article in the Capitol by Chase Cook, it says that Kokolas instructed detention officers to cease processing any arrivals under the 287G program, which had been entered into by former County Executive Steve Shue. During Pittman's inaugural address, he said that he was going to kiss 287G goodbye.
But immigration enforcement will be left to the feds. We will issue a report on the impacts of 287G, and then we will kiss it goodbye.
The head of the detention facilities took that as an order, and Pittman's office says that the superintendent took the initiative after the speech and that it was not a direct order. According to an email that was obtained by the Capitol, it said, as directed by County Executive Pittman, detention officers trained for the program are to cease processing any new arrivals under the 287G protocols effective immediately. The county will formally advise Homeland Security by letter that our intent is to end the program. Now, the 287G program allowed inmates that were arrested to be observed and questioned by detention officers to make a determination of if they might be here illegally. If they felt they were, they would turn that information over to ICE, who would then make the final determination whether they go forward with a deportation or what have you. Now, in a subsequent report that was released from the county prisons, since its inception, the county screened 180 inmates. Of those, 64 received ICE detainers, which meant that ICE looked after them, and 36 of them committed violent crimes ranging from murder to burglary. The remainder were nonviolent offenses such as driving without a license, DUI, or credit card fraud. Yesterday, Governor Larry Hogan and State Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Karen Salmon, announced the state's 6 new Blue Ribbon schools. Glenarden Woods Elementary School in Prince George's County, Urbana High School in Frederick County, Clarksville Middle School in Howard County, Pinewood Elementary School in Baltimore County, Mount Harmony Elementary School in Calvert County, and Ocean City Elementary School in Worcester County were all named Blue Ribbon schools, and this allows them now to apply to the U.S. Department of Education for a national Blue Ribbon status. There were no Anne Arundel County schools in that list. Part of that would be that the elementary schools were not reported when the state was ranking them. I'm not sure what the weather holds for D.C., but I can tell you that there will be a bunch of happy federal workers. Late last night, President Donald Trump signed an executive order excusing federal employees from duty on December 24th, which is Monday. All federal offices will be closed. The order said, quote, the director of the Office of Personnel Management shall take such actions as may be necessary to implement this order. So to all the federal employees, enjoy your extra long weekend. In another federal news regarding the shutdown of the government, it looks like President Trump blinked. Maybe he lost the art of the negotiation, but it is still developing, but he really backed off of his $5 billion demand for the wall. We'll see how that all plays out. But for now, it looks like the shutdown has been averted. Some really good news for Cecil County, Maryland, and good news for anybody here in Maryland. Great Wolf Resorts is looking to build a $200 million water park and lodge right adjacent to the Hollywood Casino. It's proposed to be a 450 to 500 room resort on 44 acres. It's called Chesapeake Overlook. As I mentioned, it'll cost $200 million to build. It will create as many as 600 jobs, and they expect it to be open by summer of 2022. In some fun news, a little bit closer to home, the Budweiser Clydesdales, one of America's great icons. They always draw massive crowds wherever they go, and they will be attending a Miracle on Annapolis Street on Sunday, December 30th as part of the festivities leading up to this year's Military Bowl. Last year it was on West Street. This year it's on Annapolis Street in West Annapolis, and this is great. The West Annapolis Business Association has really gotten behind this, and they're planning a great day for everybody. While the event will go all day, the Clydesdales are expected to be there from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in addition to the Clydesdales, the West Annapolis Business Association is going to have food trucks, beer tents, games, plenty of activities for children and adults, heated tents, and lots more. The only thing you're going to have to pay for is parking, because this one is free. And if you can find free parking, take it. Just don't do it at Growls, because they will tow. They will have parking at the stadium for $5, and that's just a real quick walk to Annapolis Street there. Finally, as we wrap up, yesterday we had a contest, and the first person that was able to email me with the lowest cost item in the 12 days of Christmas was going to win a $45 gift certificate to Galway Bay. The person who emailed me first with the correct answer was Scott Shaffer at 8:12 a.m., and his answer was 8 Maids A Milking, and I'm not sure where the source is, but that's what I saw, so that's what we're going with there. Congratulations to Scott. I will send you an email and get your address so we can get that gift certificate out to you. And I want to give an honorable mention to Jennifer Eden. She responded at 8:09 with an incorrect answer, but it was a funny one and it made me laugh. So I'd just like to read it. It says, "I'd like to say 2 turtle doves, but I happen to know it was 9 ladies waiting. Trust me on this. I was at the Seabrook MARC station this morning, and there were far more than 9 ladies waiting on the delayed MARC train, and it didn't cost me a dime." That made me laugh. Jennifer, I don't have another Galway Bay certificate, but I will respond to you and get you a gift certificate to Brian Boru up in Severna Park. Congratulations to the both of you, and thank you to the 7 others that did send in email answers, which were a variety of correct ones and incorrect ones, but I do appreciate you listening. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day, because we do update it throughout the day. We never know what's coming down the pike. Make sure you're recommending us to your friends and colleagues. Give us a rating or a review if you're on a place where you can possibly do that. Make sure you're checking out that link at the top of our show notes and find out all the ways that you can connect with us. And very important, as we start to get into that whole Christmas forecast, you want to hang tight, because we've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming up right now.
From Main Street to Maryland Avenue, West Street to Ego Alley, and the circles in between. Shop local this holiday season by shopping at Midnight Madness in historic downtown Annapolis, with all stores open until midnight this Thursday. Post a selfie from Snowflake Alley, sip cocoa on City Dock, visit the baby alpacas, and on every street corner, enjoy dancers, carolers, and music. It's Midnight Madness. Visit DowntownAnnapolisPartnership.org. Midnight Madness is sponsored by the Downtown Annapolis Partnership, Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis, and WRNR.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here's your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, December 19th. Today will bring Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County a third straight day of tons of sunshine and dry conditions, but that will give way to cloudiness later tonight and into the morning hours of Thursday as a low-pressure center approaches from the south-southwest, bringing with it another batch of what could be at times moderate to heavy rain, most likely kicking off in the PM hours tomorrow and lasting into the nighttime hours of Friday before moving off to the north-northeast as more high pressure then moves into place from the west for the weekend, with sunny skies and temps likely mid to upper 40s. And looking beyond that, the expectation now for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is for sunny and dry conditions with fairly normal temps for December with highs in the 40s. But stay tuned for updates on that as we get a little bit closer in time to the next big holiday that's now less than a week away. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there as you enjoy this last dry day we'll see until Saturday. And be sure to download our free app by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter, or on our website at dmvweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
Imagine your child saying,
"Guess what I learned in school today?"
At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked Emma and Lawson why.
We grow winter greens in our garden to make smoothies. Second graders are the chicken checkers, and our 8th graders take care of our goats.
Our classes are the perfect size, which means we get to know each other well. And our teachers know us. They're great. Visit St. Andrews Day School's open house on Friday, January 18th from 9 to 11 a.m.
Or call 410-266-0952 for a tour.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.